What is up, everyone? It's Oscar from Palpatine Bricks here today, and we're going to be looking at the next year of LEGO Star Wars, being the year of 2010. Now, we've got everything from exclusives to 3-in-1s to polybags to keychains. Every single LEGO Star Wars 2000 set ever made in this video. I'm going to go through them all one by one so you can see exactly what you need to buy or what you need to collect to finish your year. So let's take a look at what we have right now here on the table. It's a lot to go through, I'm not gonna lie, so let's get to it. The year 2010, we had two UCS sets, one being small-ish and one being a holy grail for a lot of people. So let's go through all these sets from the smallest to the biggest, some of the prices, some of the rarity as well, and some of the honorable mentions. First thing I want to go through is the keychains for this year. So there's a lot of keychains here to go through. There is the pilot, we've got a Senate commander, Luke, and what's his name? Admiral Akbar. We've got Anakata Far, the Wookiee, little droid there, Senator, Kit Fisto, a Scout Trooper, a Princess Leia, a Anakin, and a C-3PO that's wrapped in this little bag in here. I'm not sure why, but Now moving on, we've got some expensive poly bags, like the Chrome Stormtrooper that was released in 2010, as well as the white Boba Fett. Another expensive thing that got released as well was this LEGO Star Wars episode for the Empire Strikes Back's Argo's Darth Vader promotional booklet, which included these pictures of some of the sets in 2010, and also this white print here that said 16,000 out of 20,000. So that got released in this year, and that's one of the more expensive things, reaching about $1,000. Then moving on to some of the poly bags in this year, we got the 350 small little shuttle. Then we'll get a X-Wing, and we also get a AT-AT Brickmaster, which continues from 2009, and as well as a Ferret shuttle here in 2010. Now, these are not technically part of the LEGO wave, but I will just show you what was included in this year in the actual booklet. So you can see the Toy Story there. This is the Star Wars page of the Summer Wave. Some of these sets from 2009. And then we also have the Winter Wave, which is still Toy Story and stuff. See some of the Star Wars there. Arc 170. Nice little booklet. I love collecting these as well, just to have a little bit of inspiration about that we collected the whole year. So that's the 2010 booklet. Now, going to the battle packs, we get two battle packs this year. One being the opposing battle pack, being Snowtrooper battle pack, with 4 minifigures in the set. Nothing too crazy. And then we also get one against this one, which is the 8083 Rebel Battle Pack. So these go against each other, and you're able to build them to actually fight against each other. Moving on to some of the bigger sets, like the Luke's original Land Speeder. Not the original, but the original that everyone knows. Then we also get a Droid Tri-Fighter. So these are all square boxes that I have in this year. And then we also get the Freako Speeder, which is a very nice little set. Very forgettable set. Not many of these have been made. And then also we've got the Plo Koon's Jedi Starfighter, which goes for absurd amount of money, just because of the minifigure in here. So nice little 4 square boxes. Let's take a look at the bigger sets. Just before we take a look at those bigger sets, we've also got these little brick sort of heads that were made in the Star Wars Celebration. So this was the Star Wars Celebration exclusive cube dudes. We've got number 1527 out of 2000, I believe. And then they also made a San Diego Comic-Con with signed by the designer. And this one was number 17 in the world. So very interesting, these little square boxes. These fetch for about $400 to $500 per piece. nice exclusive set. Moving on to some of the bigger sets. This is also a very nice set. We don't see many of these around. 8091 Rebel Swamp Speeder. We get the Barriss Offie, Clone Trooper, 2 Battle Droids, and a Super Battle Droid. This set is very nice, I must say. Nice and sleek and very simple. Love the white box art that it's got in this. Then we get probably the most common set that everyone had. The 8089 Hoth Wampa Cave. Get a Snow Speeder, the actual Wampa Cave, and the 4 minifigures in the set. The skeleton isn't a minifigure, but still, you get that Wampa that eliminates that. So, nice, different box art, bluish, much like the 2009. But I love the Captain Rex there in the top right corner. Another set of that scale is the midi-scale Star Destroyer. So, they have began doing these midi-scale sets now in 2025 as well. They made a Millennium Falcon of this one as well in 2009. So this is the 8099 midi-scale Star Destroyer. Very nice set. And it's actually got the piece part list at the back for some reason. Not sure why. Just before we move on to the bigger sets and the 3-in-1s, we've got these long-ish boxes. One being the General Grievous Starfighter, the second version of this set ever made. And we get 4 minifigures in there. Nice set. And this one is very forgettable. I love this set. I love Cad Bane in this set. And we get 2 Senate Commandos. We get an Assassin Droid, Cad Bane, and Shahan Alama. So, as well as their speeder there. Very nice set. Not many people remember this set or know this set exists. And then lastly, we've got the Emperor's Palpatine Shuttle. 4 minifigures. Very sought after minifigures in the set. Very boring ship, I must say. It is not that nice. But it is a set that you have to collect anyway. Now in 2010, we had a lot of 3-in-1 sets. Meaning that they bundle up a lot of these sets together into one big set. And then you get a lot of these sets together in one box. So this one was the Rebel Trooper Battle Pack as well as the Snow Trooper Battle Pack. With also the Echo Base from 2009. So, very interesting pack here. 66364 is the set number. And it's very, very long. Then we have the 66368. Luke's Landspeeder from 2010. As well as those 2 battle packs. Doesn't really make sense as much as that one. But it's still a set you have to collect. And then also, this is not a 3-in-1, but this is the ARC 170 released in this year. So this is the second model ever released by Lego. 8088, still probably the best ARC 170 to be released. And a nice selection of minifigures there as well. Nice box art. No faults about this set. Now, moving on to the weirdest shape of boxes in this year. And very unexpected. The 8087 TIE Defender doesn't have any rare figures at all, but this set itself is quite rare. Lego has never made anything like this before, but as you can see, the TIE Defender is quite nice. A very unique style of a TIE fighter here, but that's that. Let's move on to the bigger box. Starting us off is the 66341 3-in-1 Lego set, and this released with the 2009 battle packs, the infamous Clone Walker battle pack with the 3 clones and 1 commander, and then also the Assassin Droid battle pack with the 2010 speeder. Very, very nice selection of minifigures in the set. Being a 3-in-1 set, it looks very nice. And then we also get the Echo Base again and the Rebel Battle Pack with the Wampa Cave now in a 3-in-1. 66366. All these minifigures as well as these 2 sets in this super pack, as you can see. Now moving on, we've got the 8097 Slave 1 being the 3rd Slave 1 ever released. We had the small version that landed nicely on the Cloud City, as well as the original 2006 or 5, I believe, 6 Slave 1 that got released. So this was probably my childhood favorite. I had this one myself. And then moving on, we've got the 8129 8080 Walker. Love this set. Very nice box art. Limited edition for some reason. And then, the best turbo tank ever to be released by Lego. The size is beautiful. The minifigure selection is beautiful. And the mechanics of the set and in the interior, so much fun to play around. This thing fetches a good $800 right now. I've got 2 of these myself. But this ends it for the normal sets, sort of like the super packs and the 3-in-1s and the promotionals. But now we've got the 2 UCS sets, one being the Jedi 10215 Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter. This is the second smallest UCS set ever made, and this piece alone fetches for a lot of money. Unfortunately, it does not include the Obi-Wan minifigure for some reason. Includes the plaque and the droid head, but not the Obi-Wan minifigure, which is very weird for a set, UCS set to have. But the last set is the Holy Grail for a lot of people here on the channel. It's the Imperial 10212 Imperial Shuttle, 2,503 pieces, 5 minifigures. I've got one built myself because it is such a nice set, but you need to have one sealed. The box art is unbelievable. 16 plus. Probably the best UCS set ever to be released to date. So, very nice set. That ends it for the 2010 Star Wars. And if you're trying to collect all these sets, I wish you luck. It take a long time to source all these sets and have them in our collection by now. So make sure to like and subscribe for another video for the 2011 wave. And that sums it up for all the LEGO Star Wars 2010.